Hello and welcome into this week's NASCAR K&N Pro Series Rewind show right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's K&N Rewind, we're looking back at Friday's Great Outdoors RV Superstore 100. Supposed to be 41 laps. Didn't quite get that far because of rain, though. Would have been 100.5 miles, or in the 2.45 mile road course, Watkins Glen International in Watkins Glen, New York. Only made it 34 laps in this race due to rain, but we did have a couple of cautions before that point. First one came at lap 11 when the 19 of Brandon Jones spun, and at lap 23 we had a planned break, the usual about halfway break in these K&N races. They're usually either broken up into thirds or broken up into halves. Because this was only a 41 lap race, they broke it up into halves and had the caution at lap 21. And then we had a caution at lap 34 when the rains came. NASCAR had actually planned on going back racing, and then they decided shortly afterward, after they started drying the track, that they were going to go ahead and call the race. Only one leader in this race. He was the same guy that led practice and got the pole and led every lap in this race, and probably would have led the final 8 laps had we run the final 8 laps. Max McLaughlin absolutely dominated this race. Flag to flag, from the start of the day to the end of the day, he was so much faster than everybody else. He had over a second on everybody else in both practice and qualifying. It was just amazing to me how much quicker that Hattori Racing Toyota was than everyone else in this race. It was the same car that Brett Moffitt took to victory lane in this race last year. First time Max McLaughlin has ever been on a road course. That is the most amazing part to me, is that he was that fast and had never been on a road course before. No matter how good the car is, you're not going to be that good on a road course unless you've got some road racing talent in you. Max McLaughlin apparently knows what he's doing on a road course, even if he's never been on one before. That was amazing. Just an incredible drive out of him. Finished first, started first in the one car, ones all around. I think it was just Max McLaughlin's day. He was number one just all the way around on this day. And this is the kind of day Max McLaughlin needed to kind of try and slide his way back into the championship picture. He's still a little ways out, as we'll see when we get to the points, but definitely made up some good ground because of this. And if he can continue to run well through the rest of the season, I don't think we can quite count him out of the championship picture just yet. Speaking of the championship picture, Chase Cabry came home with a strong second place finish with Sam Mayer, your points leader, right behind him in third. Ty Gibbs came home in fourth, and Ruben Garcia with another top 5 in fifth. Rest of your top 10, Dylan Murray in a Jefferson Pitts car came home in 6th. Dale Quarterly in 7th. Spencer Davis in that Red Jones Racing, number 30 in 8th. Derek Kraus, not a great day for him. Only could muster a 9th place finish at the Glen. And again, when you're running for the championship and your competitors are first, second, and third, not going to do you much good in the point situation, as we'll see when we get to that point. And then Colin Garrett rounded out the top 10. Final page 11 through 17th, Tanner Gray started well, started up in the second position, and then faded late, came home in the 11th position. Riley Herbst, just not a real great day for him all around. Started from 10th, I think got into the top 5 at one point, and then also faded late. He came home in 12th. Brandon Jones, 14th on the day, 5 laps down. That's your results from the Great Outdoors RV Superstore 100. Working on a Max McLaughlin interview. Not 100% sure when that's going to get done. Still trying to figure out logistics of that. It may happen, it may not. Not 100% sure, but we are working on it nonetheless. And once that happens, if it does, you will see it here. It will be linked down below in the description if it is already done when you are watching this. If it is not linked down there, make sure you're subscribed and you got your notification bell turned on. That way you will know when that Max McLaughlin interview goes up. Alright, so let's look at your point standings. Following Watkins Glen, 4 races remaining in the K&N East season. Really getting close to the end of that season right now. And the championship battle is really taking shape right now. Sam Mayer still holds the points lead right now. 11 points over Chase Cabry, who has moved into the 2nd spot this week over Derek Kraus. Only by a point, though. Kraus now sits in 3rd, 12 points back. Max McLaughlin has moved up to the 4th position over Tanner Gray. He is now 27 points out of that lead of Sam Mayer. Ruben Garcia also has moved up a couple of spots. He's up to 7th, leapfrogging over Colin Garrett, who stayed stationary in 8th. Drew Dollar was not in Watkins Glen, so Drew Dollar dropped a couple of spots down to the 9th position. And, of course, Haley Deegan not in Watkins Glen either, so she stayed stationary down there in the 10th position as well. We've got a really good championship battle shaping up here, though, between Mayer, Cabry, and Kraus. McLaughlin can still sneak his way into it as well, and I don't know that I would necessarily count Tanner Gray out yet either. So we've got a really good championship battle shaping up here, and it'll be fun to watch here over these final 4 races who ends up coming out on top here. Sam Mayer has put together a fabulous season thus far. 2 wins, 2 very dominating wins when he does win. And he's up front every week, even if he's not winning. Chase Cabry, the same thing. He finally picked up that first career win at Memphis, backed it up with another win at New Hampshire. And he's right there knocking on the door of that championship. Derek Kraus had such a strong start to the season. Seems to be fading of late, but still very strong. Either way, I don't know. You definitely can't count Derek Kraus out. He can definitely go out and fire off a couple more wins, and all of a sudden he's back into this thing. So I definitely would not count Derek Kraus yet. And I think Max McLaughlin is kind of the sleeper right now. He is very consistently right up there with these guys, right behind them week in and week out. And now that he's got a win, I would watch out for maybe another win out of him. And if he wins another race, that could really put him into this championship picture and put him right there in that conversation with Mayer, Cabry, and Kraus for this championship win. So definitely 4 guys you need to keep an eye on. Maybe 5 guys. Tanner Gray, I don't know that you can necessarily count him out yet either. So definitely we've got a really good championship battle shaping up here. We've got some very strong drivers in this K&N East field, which we saw in Iowa. These K&N East drivers put a whooping on the K&N West in Iowa. So we've got some very talented drivers here on the K&N East side, and they are proving it with a fantastic championship battle right now. But that is your point standings following the Great Outdoors RV Superstore 100, and I believe that will do it for us on this K&N East Rewind. Xfinity Rewind coming up. Maybe tonight, probably tomorrow. Gonna do my best to get it out tonight, but I can't make any promises. It will probably go up tomorrow, as well as the truck and the K&N Rewinds have gone up the next day as well. Just due to the way my work schedule is working out with the day job. So probably gonna be tomorrow. I'll do my best to get it out tonight, but I can't make any promises. And then Cup Rewind, same thing. Maybe Sunday night, probably. Monday though, so we'll get those out as quickly for you as possible. Still working on winter interviews for the truck race with Stuart Friesen and this race with Max McLaughlin. So whenever those go up, make sure you are subscribed and you got your notifications turned on so that you know when those come out. Diecast review coming up on Wednesday. Very special one coming up for you on Wednesday. This is one I don't think you're going to want to miss, because this is one of the coolest diecasts I think to have come out in a long time. And very, very new release. Actually just got it in the mail a couple days ago. So it'll be a cool one. I think it's one you definitely want to check out. So like I said, if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. And while you're down there, why don't you hit that big thumbs up button and the share button. It's much appreciated when you hit both of those. It really is. But at that, this has been the NASCAR K&N Pro Series Rewind Show. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.